What's up guys, it's me Exoskeleton. Today we're going to be doing a iceberg chart. More specifically, we're going to be doing the NBA iceberg chart. If you're not familiar with an iceberg chart basically is most known and like common facts at the top to least known and just bizarre stuff at the bottom. Let's get this started. Tier 1, PBNJ. This refers to an ESPN article published in 2017 on National PBNJ Day. The title of this article is The NBA's Secret Addiction. This has led many people to believe the secret to being the next LeBron and Michael Jordan is eating a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And if you tell me, I actually believe it because look at Zion. I mean, he's like 300 pounds and he's pretty good at basketball, you know? Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game footage. This entry refers to Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game and that there's no footage on it ever existing. So many people say this might have not even happened. And if this is true, this should ruin Wilt Chamberlain's legacy. But there's no way we would ever find out. So up to this day, he's the only player that scored 100 points in an NBA game. Michael Jordan shadow suspension. This refers to Michael Jordan's first retirement to go play baseball. Many people think it just doesn't make sense. Why would he retire at the height of his career after 3 championships? Many people think it could be a suspension. Let me explain. After leaving for a year and a half, it could have been him being suspended because the way he came back, it just was overall really suspicious. He could have been caught for doing something really bad and just wanted to cover it up, and maybe the NBA wanted to cover it up as well because he was their famous cash cow. If this is true, many people would start believing that LeBron James is the GOAT. Tell me in the comments, do you believe this one, and who do you think is the GOAT as well? Tier 2. Draymond Green's 2016 final suspension. This came after his 4th flagrant foul point on LeBron James. This got him suspended for 1 game, and that game the Cavs won, making the series 3-2. Ayesha Curry has even went on and said the NBA is rigged, it's all for ratings and money. But after she tweeted that out, she deleted it quickly. She claimed that she tweeted it out in the heat of the moment. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think the NBA is rigged? You tell me in the comments. Wizards locker room gun scandal. This came after Gilbert Arenas, the point guard for the Wizards, brought in 4 guns to the locker room and dared Javaris Crittenton to shoot him. This resulted in both players getting suspended for the remainder of the 2009 season. Both players afterwards pled guilty to misdemeanor charges and were sentenced to probation. After the 2011 season, Gilbert Arenas was out of the league. 2002 Western Conference Finals Tim Donaghy conspiracy. This refers to the most famous and controversial Western Conference Finals series of all time, which the Lakers won due to dirty reffing, allegedly. Donaghy claimed that David Stern preferred the higher market teams advance in the playoffs. He claimed that David Stern told the referees to skew the calls a little bit to make the higher market teams win, such as the Lakers. Since that playoff series, the Kings have never been the same. This is known as one of the worst playoff series of all time. The Skirvin Hotel. This entry refers to the Skirvin Hotel in Oklahoma City. Many NBA players have claimed they heard screaming from ghosts, and this place is haunted. Allegedly, Ron Artest said he's going to file charges on the ghost for touching him inappropriately. Tier 3. The Kardashian Curse. This refers to how every NBA player who has dated a Kardashian has fell off or risked their basketball career while doing it. For example, Chris Humphries and Tristan Thompson were never the same after dating a Kardashian. But you tell me, do you think this curse exists? Derrick Rose PED comments. A PED is a performance-enhancing drug, which are banned by the NBA. Someone asked Derrick Rose how big of a problem PEDs are in the NBA. He ranked it a 7 out of 10. He said it's a huge problem, and if this is true, the NBA really needs to start cracking down. In 2019, they got 3 people on PEDs, but if it's really as big as Derrick Rose said, they need to do something about it, because he even said they need to level the playing field. Dallas Maverick sexual harassment. This refers to Mark Cuban turning a blind eye to a toxic workplace culture, which included many sexual harassment charges or claims. Many ex-Maverick employees claimed that it was really hostile working for them, and they said it was just overall a really bad experience. Delonte West and Gloria James. This refers to LeBron James's former teammate Delonte West having an alleged affair with his mother. Many teammates of LeBron's have said that this is the reason why he played so bad in the following series, after he allegedly slept with his mother. You guys tell me, is this one true? Tier 4. Udonis Haslem cap circumvention. As some of you guys may know, Udonis Haslem has remained on the Miami Heat way longer than he should have been. I mean, he hasn't played in a long time at a high level. The team claims that they're keeping him for a veteran presence, but I just don't think that makes sense. It would make a lot more sense to keep him as a coach, especially because they're wasting a roster spot. This is the theory. Udonis Haslem took several pay cuts to remain on the Miami Heat during the Super Team era. And maybe he's staying on the team so they can pay him back for the several pay cuts, which is technically called cap circumvention. Javaris Crittington once again is on the tier list. Now you're wondering why. After bringing the guns into the locker room, he was cut from his team. This led him down a big spiral, which culminated in him killing a mother of 4. He thought it was a guy who robbed him, but I don't really see how you got that mistake. But hey, moving on. Nikola Pekovic. He was a player for the Timberwolves who became a drug lord. Let me explain. In some way, Nikola Pekovic was connected to Darko Saric, one of the world's most notorious drug lords. Pekovic had done a lot of business with Saric. After that, he retired from the NBA to become a drug lord himself. Bison Dele. This is one of the saddest stories I've ever seen, especially for this tier list. Bison Dele was an NBA player for the Chicago Bulls. He even won a championship with them. But while on a boat at sea, his brother Miles Dabord killed him. And it's presumed that he also killed his girlfriend. His own brother killed him and his girlfriend. Jack Molinas. Jack was an NBA player in the early 1950s. He got drafted 3rd overall. He was a star point guard, but he was extremely intelligent and was obsessed with committing criminal activities. He was even kicked out of the NBA after they heard out he was a leader of a huge gambling ring. He even started working with the mob. He was hiring hits on people, but when one day he got shot in the backyard of his own house. This could have been a revenge hit or something even more. Final tier list. This is the bottom of the iceberg, where the most creepy stuff and most unknown stuff are at. Get ready. Arsan Ilyasov. If you don't know the story already, you probably don't know what that name is or who that name is. It turns out it could be Ersan Ilyasova, the NBA player. The theory goes that Ersan Ilyasova is much older than he really claims, and he took on a false identity to immigrate to Turkey from Uzbekistan. This begs the question, does Ersan Ilyasova really exist? Roland Bivens. Many people claim this man is LeBron's real father. This is because he was a basketball star at LeBron's mom's high school. But there's one problem. He was slain in a shooting when LeBron was 8. Many people say he has an uncanny resemblance to LeBron. Let's take a look. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he looks like LeBron? Leave it in the comments. Tyronn Lue, a former NBA player and a head coach of the Clippers today. This entry is called Tyronn Lue Soup. This is probably the most horrific and absolutely disgusting one on the tier list. A lady claimed that she went on a date with him and he ordered 2 bowls of soup, and he did the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. He mixed them together. No one knows the origin of the story because there's no proof behind it or anything. What do you think? You think this one is real? Leave it in the comments below. Thank you guys for staying all the way till the end. This was the NBA Iceberg. This took me a really long time to make, so please leave a like on it and comment something nice, or just comment anything. Thank you guys. If you guys want more videos like this, subscribe. But I just want to clarify some things. I did skip some stuff on this iceberg, but some of those weren't really necessary to it because they were just like weird, and I just didn't want to keep them on it. But overall, that's the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and subscribe for more.